Doomsday. Within the DC world, there's a monster who wasn't born in the traditional sense. He was forged. His existence is not a product of love, compassion, or the slow progress of natural growth. Instead, he's the result of one of the most horrifying experiments in the history of Krypton. A scientist named Bertrand sought to create the ultimate life form, and to achieve this, he engineered a Kryptonian hybrid, casted it into the most hostile environments Krypton had to offer, and watched it die. He then collected its remains, cloned it, and repeated this process over and over. This cycle of birth, suffering, and death was repeated thousands of times over decades. With each resurrection, the creature's genetic code evolved, adapting to whatever killed it last. Wolves tore it apart. Its body grew an impenetrable armor. The vacuum suffocated it. Its lungs adapted for endless breath. The wilderness burned it alive, and its flesh returned fireproof. After countless deaths and rebirths, what remained wasn't a creature, but a nightmare. And the sun started to rise for the DC multiverse, shadowed by an eclipse. This was its doomsday. This origin defines every power Doomsday possesses. He's not just simply strong, he's not merely durable, he is survival itself given body. His biology is reactive evolution incarnate. Whatever hurts him once will never hurt him again. Yeah, I can't even lie, this creature needs to go. His body is an ever-changing weapon, rewriting mid-battle to adapt to any opponent. Where others train or study, Doomsday evolves. Where others seek victory through strategy, he achieves it through inevitability. He doesn't just endure, he transcends everything. Even at a baseline, he's portrayed as Superman's equal, and Superman himself has performed feats such as generating enough energy to counter the combined might of the Green Lantern Corps, a force that has destroyed multiple timelines. To fight evenly against Superman is to already fight at a scale that cracks the foundations on a multiversal level. Doomsday also scales above Wonder Woman, who has defeated beings capable of destroying infinite planes of the underworld, and who herself has destroyed Kronos' scepter, an artifact containing the god wave that surrounds the multiverse itself. If Superman and Wonder Woman are the benchmarks for multiversal strength, then Doomsday is their shadow, capable of tearing through their feats with raw force. Yet Doomsday's true potential reaches even higher. At his peak, he ascends to outer-versal strength. The most frightening demonstration of this came when Doomsday defeated true form Darkseid, not an avatar, not a projection, but the archetypal new god himself. Darkseid's true form is not merely a physical being, but a platonic concept of tyranny, existing within the sphere of the gods, a realm that is beyond space and time, populated by infinite limbos, heavens, and hells. To overcome such a being is not only to rise above the multiverse, but also the metaphysical architecture that contains it. And of course, Doomsday is always able to adapt, and he did it. Which means he's not merely a monster who kills heroes, he's an abomination who has killed gods. Durability is another domain where Doomsday becomes terrifying. He has survived the strongest punches of Superman, endured the combined might of Wonder Woman and Green Lantern, and even resisted Omega beams from Darkseid. These beams are not simply lasers, they're conceptual weapons capable of erasing anything from existence, powerful enough to harm the Spectre, who is a god of spirit of vengeance. And Doomsday withstood all of them. That would make his durability more frightening, as it doesn't just stop at resistance. Once something harms him, his body adapts to it, rendering him permanently immune. To defeat him once is nearly impossible. To defeat him twice, well, you're not defeating him twice. Perhaps the most impressive feat of force came from when he broke out of the Phantom Zone. The zone is not a prison in the conventional sense. It is described as a world without dimensions, without horizons, between being and nothingness. It is the conceptual void beyond space and time, a dimensionless dimension. Yeah, that makes literally no sense. Yeah, just kidding. For Doomsday to claw his way out of such a prison is not an act of strength. It is a statement that even the abstract barriers of reality cannot contain him. Speed is often the weakness for lumbering tank-like characters, but Doomsday is no ordinary character. At his baseline, his speed is immeasurable, as he's fought evenly with Superman, who has traversed hyperspace, a realm outside the laws of time, flown into time stream, and even escaped the source, the wellspring of creation itself. itself. To keep pace with Superman is to move in ways that cannot be measured in seconds or meters per second. At his peak, Doomsday's speed is described as irrelevant, which means he operates outside the very concept of space, time, and motion. He doesn't simply move faster than light, he moves in ways that bypass causality itself. Doomsday's powers go far beyond just brute strength. His biology granted him a staggering array of abilities: regeneration that allows his body to rebuild from devastation in mere moments, immortality that ensures he cannot stay dead, bone manipulation that allows his body to sprout spikes sharp enough to pierce Kryptonian skin, poison secreted through those spikes, a passive aura that causes any living being within hundreds of yards to decay, burn, or collapse into comas, and even the corruption of biology itself by imprinting his genetic code into others. Over time, Doomsday has developed flight, fire breath, energy projection, portal creation, and telepathy. When comparing Doomsday to DC's greatest icons, the picture becomes even clearer. Against Superman, his greatest ultimate foil, Superman represents hope, natured strength, and mortality. Doomsday represents inevitability, tortured evolution, and destruction. Where Superman grows stronger through willpower, Doomsday grows stronger through death. Against Wonder Woman, the goddess of truth, he becomes the embodiment of corruption, countering her divine compassion with inescapable annihilation. Against Darkseid, the archetype of tyranny, he becomes the archetype of inevitability, breaking concepts that even the gods struggle to embody. What makes Doomsday terrifying is not only his feats, but what he symbolizes. His evolution is stripped of mortality, survival distilled into violence. He's not a villain that could be reasoned with, bargained with, or even permanently killed. He is extinction given fist. He is the nightmare that Krypton left behind, the shadow of nature's cruelest joke. So let's recap. At his baseline, he operates comfortably at multiversal plus levels with immeasurable speed, strength, and durability that rivals Superman and Wonder Woman combined. At his peak, he ascends to outerversal, defeating archetypal gods and breaking conceptual prisons. He has infinite stamina, his abilities constantly evolving, and his biology ensures that once you defeat him, you'll never be able to defeat him the same way again. The final truth is that Doomsday is not a character who will test skill, intelligence, or even willpower. He is a character who tests existence itself. Superman has villains who challenge his mortality, Batman has foes who challenge his mind, and Wonder Woman has enemies who challenge her compassion. Doomsday challenges reality itself. He is the wall that cannot be broken, the monster who cannot be stopped, and the extinction event that cannot be undone. When Superman first faced Doomsday, their battle ended with both of their deaths, but there was a difference. Superman died a hero returning through destiny. Doomsday died a monster returning through inevitability. One came back as hope, the other came back as the end of hope. Wearing bones as armor, wielding fists as the instruments of extinction, he is not the end of a story. He is the story that ends everything else. Overall, Doomsday would scale from multiversal plus to outerversal with immeasurable to irrelevant speed. And shout out to Jonathan who dropped 50 to sponsor this video. In the end, this is a monster that cannot be killed because his origins and biology make it to be so. A monster that showed even the Man of Steel can still be broken because he has strength that can survive almost any attack. Don't tell me you thought you killed him. It's time to run it right back. What's up guys, it's Divine. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. And if you want to sponsor a video just like this one, I have my Cash App linked in the description where you can sponsor your very own video. And make sure you guys go join the Discord where you can hang out with me and Kazi and we'll teach you how to make content just like this. But let me know down in the comments what you thought of this one. How strong do you think Doomsday truly is? And let me know down in the comments out of the countless characters that you know who can defeat the evolution of DC itself, Doomsday.